quick thoughts on Hillbilly Elegy. Um, Liked it right off the bat. I enjoyed the film. It's very dramatized, right? There's never a dull moment in the film, I will say. It's cool to, see this guy's his running mate, right? This guy is the vice president. Well, not vice president officially, but vice president nomination for Donald Trump in this year's election. So it's cool to see a film that's about his life or like his upbringing, and it's quite chaotic and full of abuse and stuff. And then, his wife is Indian American. You can see his wife in the film, Osha or Yusha. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce her name, but so it's cool to see, like, they have known each other for quite some time. Actually, they've been married for quite a while, haven't they? Since 2014, and it's 2024 currently. They have two sons together. The sister's been married for 22 years. The sister's been married for a very long time. She also has children of her own. I think she had 3 or 4 children in the photo. They live in Middleton too. Or they're from Middleton, Ohio, and the sister still lives there. The sister's from there. I think he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer currently, and I think he's a senator now, right? He got elected to local government, or not just local government, but like big time local government. I'm not quite sure what JD Vance. I didn't want to say he's a senator from Ohio, and he has humble, or like he comes from roots of like a middle class working people type background, right? So that's cool to know about him. The movie, I guess we should talk about the film though, right? He's going through a lot in the film, right? And we get flashbacks of like the childhood part, but then we have the modern day, and the mom is going through addiction. She's been sober for 6 years. Mentions this at the end of the film. She's been sober I keep saying sober for 6 years. And so so that's good for the mom, right? That's good for his mother. What else can I think of? Not much. But I like the film. I did enjoy it. The score, the music's not memorable. I don't recall it being that memorable. I just recall it being dramatized, very heavily traumatized. I like when the grandma takes it upon herself to take care of him, to put him in her home and raise him, because you can see that her daughter, the company that he keeps now, is because the daughter marries her former boss, her ex-boss, and this man, his son, is enamored with drugs, and they're using drugs. So the son starts using drugs by facto of being within the son's company, Travis's company, and so that grandma takes him away, takes him out of that, and raises him to be right. And in the film you see how he has a change, because he's not grateful at first, but as she tries to instill in him to think about those things, he gets there, and it works, right? Because he goes to the military, and he goes to law school, and we open up in the film where he's in law school, and we know he did it. He succeeded in his law school endeavors, and he went to the law school of Yale, so a pretty prestigious law school, right, to attend. And probably him being in the military, I guess the Marines in particular, because he mentions the word Marine in the film. But that certainly must have helped him in doing that, because he comes from poverty, an impoverished background. We see that in the film, that he comes from like an impoverished background. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this film. I saw half of it originally. Well, not even half of it, like a good sort of opening chunk of it. I stopped with the fight in the car scene. That's when I stopped, because it was too late. I think it was too late. I wanted to go to bed, but I started it and I didn't finish it. So I left it alone. I didn't touch it until now, and yeah, it's not a bad film. It's all right. It's based on a book, right? The guy writes a book, actually. He graduates in 2014, and he writes the book in 2016. And so this film is based on that book, but it's made in 2020. So 18, 19. Yeah, so even a couple of years after the book is published, they make the film about it. And then here, 2024, we have him. Donald Trump picks him as his vice president to be his vice president, right? His nominee. So yeah, Hillbilly Elegy. Good film. I liked it.